I'm joined on comms by Matt Cook. How are you, Matt?
Very good, Nick. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Fairly well matched this game, isn't it? I mean, you know, if you were pricing this, you just on the pedigree, you'd probably just shade it to Phil, but it's a coin flip this one, I think.
I think so. Yeah, I think Phil's just a slight favourite. I actually watched Christophe yesterday. It was very impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always hard to say when you've got these kind of games that there is a favourite. I just think of it from like the bookmaker's perspective. He would probably just shade it towards Phil, but you know, on the table, I don't think there's very much between these two players at all. They've both achieved the very top of the game over the years. Not quite sure what the delay is here. Christophe broke. Maybe
They're both sitting down, aren't they?
maybe I think maybe the clock perhaps showing 15 seconds. I don't know. Something going on. Looks like we're ready to go now. Good opening chance for Christophe. The yellows are spread nicely. I'm
reluctant to say that he will get these because I actually properly jinxed Connor Tracy on comms yesterday. And quite an easy finish, and I'm a bit scared.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, I know.
We all do it. Sometimes you just got to you just got to take it on the chin.
I know. Well, it was 5-1 up at the time and he ended up losing 7-5. So
you couldn't have jinxed anybody as bad as David Hine jinxed Connor Tracy yesterday.
Oh, all right.
Well,
Connor got it twice then.
Yeah. I was just on my way for breakfast and Dave Hine messaged me and said, he said, I'll tell you what. He said, have a look at. He said, get it on your on the bookies. He said, put me £10 each way on Connor Tracy. He said, but wait till the end of the game because he's 40-1 and the odds won't change. And if he wins, they take a while to change them. So he said, if he wins, stick their £10 on each way. So I've gone to breakfast and he sent me the message. He says, Connor's 5-1 up, get that bet ready.
It was 5-1 up when I jinxed him.
Yeah.
It's probably the exact same moment.
So it's both of you.
Yeah.
It was the power of the two.
Brilliant.
He said he's 5-1 up, get that bet ready. He never won another frame.
No, he didn't. He got 7-5. Wow.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Well, as expected, Christophe's going through these yellows quite nicely.
Yeah. Just I'll keep you updated with the other games that are ongoing at the moment. We'll also have a look at some of the results that have already come through. And we'll catch that up as the match goes on. Just coming to a conclusion. Tom Jones, who's having another very good weekend, 6-5 up against John McAllister at the moment. Dylan Leary's won the first frame against Stevie Dempsey. Dylan's playing well this weekend, isn't he?
Yeah, superb.
Yeah. Came through a tough game against Carl Cope and
I think he won 7-3, didn't he?
But
Carl's been playing so well.
Yeah, on paper that's a really hard game. But Dylan just put that away, made light work of it. All played out this evening. But we're focusing on Pro Series 4. Phil Harrison breaks in frame number 2. Scoreboard's not updated yet, but it is 1-0. Try break from Phil. Timed it pretty well. But,
nothing really threatened Pocket, did it?
No reward.
Break was my nemesis this weekend, Nick. Really poor on the break. Yeah.
To be honest, I don't think you're the only one who's struggling. Yeah, you're not alone there, Matt. That's as I say, there's a lot of people that have been struggling. Jordan Shepherd against Dom Cooney earlier. I mean, he really didn't do very much wrong apart from a couple of dry breaks. Right. He was 6-0 down.
Was it just the breaks? The difference was it?
Yeah, well, first break I think he broke off, and it was a break dish from Dom. Jordan broke the first frame and just didn't have any ball to go at, and then the next two breaks were dry, and he's 6-0 down. I mean, it was flawless from Dom. Fair play to him, but
tough school, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It really is. But Phil does get his chance in this frame. Very tough one though, isn't it, Matt?
Well, yeah, he's got the obvious problem in the top right corner, which he can probably solve now, playing the red off the yellow. And I assume that's what he'll do.
I know it's you know, this is an obvious breakout, but the vision from the pro players just to see the problem instantly and deal with it is just phenomenal. And this could open the frame, and does.
Very nicely.
Yeah, just that little pause at the table because he was just worried about where that yellow was going to come. If it came over the ball near the middle, then he didn't have a shot. So it's come far enough, and Phil's in business.
You could play on the plant, Nick, or try and pick them off one at a time.
Yeah, I think if he can get to the top cushion, you know, if he thinks he can get up there, he probably would. It's not a dead set plant. Oh, he's taking his medicine. He is going to take the plant. I felt there was a bit of value in trying to get that top cushion, but it's hard to see how much room there is up there from this angle.
More room for error, wasn't there?
Yeah, yeah, there is. Yeah. Well, there you can see there's really no room. So quite understandable why he's gone for that. It's got to be made though.
So very awkward there.
Yeah.
Just off straight the wrong way, I think.
Yeah, how do you get out here? This is going to have to be a display of cue power from Phil Harrison.
There's no way just to drop it in and leave the white on the cushion either, is there?
No, no, he's going to have to power this in with screw to come off the top cushion, side cushion, and down. He's going to play it with loads of side to try and get the ball spinning down the table.
That's an excellent shot.
That's about as good as he could have got. That's really good. He didn't try and do too much either. He just got there, which is fantastic. A lot of players would have maybe tried to play that a bit harder and
probably end up behind a yellow somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's played it so well. We didn't had to do no work with the keyboard at all.
Phil, for me, one of the best exponents of moving that cue ball around the table. He really does. He's just so good.
Great to watch, isn't it?
Yeah, just keeps it on a string. I think that's one of the biggest strengths of his game, to be honest, is that cue ball control. Probably slightly heavier, a bigger tip.
Excellent break.
Yeah, it's working for him. Yeah, a couple of problems again, though. This table needs solving. A couple of balls have gone into a bit of a pickle. No. 8 ball tied up with the red is...
Yeah, and there's the one in the top left as well.
Yeah.
Just a bit easier to move out.
Yeah, they'll probably go after that now. And that's probably just enough.
Just enough. You might be able to move the one by the black now as well.
Yeah.
The ball into the middle pocket.
Yeah, yeah, he's got the angle.
Guaranteed to land on something.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely the shot.
Wish I could see them when I'm playing.
And really, just needs a flick on the black, and he's going to push the red out. Lovely.
There we go. Problem solved.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 great shots, and everything's now wide open. Lovely start to the frame. Rob Hall now's gone ahead against Tom Cousins. Just needs to pick a spot now. The yellow just on the bulk line is a huge blocker to that red at the top, so he does need to get quite a way up the table here.
It's what they call a beach ball, isn't it?
Yes.
Sitting right in the way.
Yeah, needs to ideally kind of somewhere around the brown spot would give him options, or on that kind of line, and there you go. Not come far enough, and that's a bit careless, to be honest, because
it's quite a big area still. He could have left himself.
Yeah, I mean he could have overhit that really. I mean absolutely nothing for underhitting it. He's still got a thin. He's got a thin clip. I think he can get to potting angle on the one to the left, and he's going to hold on that yellow. But he's trusting the luck a bit now. The ref will be keeping a close eye on this.
It does look tight.
Yeah,
That's
that was
very
fine.
nice. Yeah.
Controlled it well as well.
Been a good start by both players, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you'd expect that anyway.
Really nice. Really nice finish. Phil didn't make a ball off of his last break.
Oh, that was a bit dead, that pack.
He seemed to take a bit off of it as well. Just, that definitely wasn't full power. Tried a more controlled break. Probably about 70% of the power that he's got. You can see there he's... But you're right. It
Didn't explode, did it?
No. And again, wide open. Probably... Wow.
You'd say red's looking at its first, but it's that one
Yeah,
on the right hand side.
Yeah. But yellows have got a problem as well with the yellow behind the red towards the bottom right, so he just needs to think about...
And the black's obviously in amongst the yellows. Doesn't really go anywhere.
He's dealing with these two. The thing is with developing that ball on the right hand side, it's one of those, he doesn't want to develop it from above, because if he hits the inside of the red he could easily go in off.
He's got the option to drop on it, to play into the top right, I think.
Angle now, maybe just to pinch it. Pinch it and come across, stun into that
Soft
red.
screw,
Yeah. No, he definitely tried to. Then I think he was just trying to come across and maybe just give the yellow a nudge, but didn't seem to commit to it. Maybe he wasn't. Because if you're going to play that, you'd have played it with just a bit more pace, wouldn't you?
Maybe he was trying to play on it into the top right corner and try dropping it that way.
Possibly.
He's looking at it now.
I mean, I see it from here. It doesn't look like he can get past the yellow to the potting angle, but he obviously can. From this camera angle, it just didn't look like it, did it?
No, maybe he couldn't because he's missed it on the thick side.
Yeah. Put a blocker in for Phil, though.
Yeah. Decent chance on yellows, I think. Just that one goes bottom right past the red.
I'm not sure. It does. I mean, he's got the angle on the one to the middle now that he could come down and develop it, but it's one of those, isn't it? I mean, it might go cushion first off the back of the red. It may just squeeze in. Again, always tough to see from this angle. Yeah, that definitely goes, doesn't it?
Just that lone yellow at the top. Just need to get up and down for.
Yeah, and not just the fact that there's that lone yellow, there's nothing that obviously links to it. He's going to have to come from one end of the table to the other. You think possibly he's going to take the one to bottom left now and then play the one to bottom right.
And then move up?
And then go up from that one, perhaps. Just it really depends whether he thinks he's got a whole pocket or half a pocket. Yeah, he's left the angle. Maybe a bit too big of an angle, do you think?
So, yeah, I think so.
That's why he was trying to power it through, just needed another half a roll of pace. Can he clip this yellow on the right in, avoid the red and get back up table? I don't think he can avoid the red, can he?
I think he's going straight into the red. He's going to have to play this thin cut into the top left.
Rob Ward now 5-3 up against Tom Cousins.
So Phil's missed that yellow, but he's pushed another yellow on top of Christophe's red to make that awkward.
Tom Jones completed that win against John McAllister 7-5.
Very good. He's had a good weekend, Tom.
Yeah.
The problem for Christophe. Oh.
He's had to run.
Just have to try and flick off the red here, I think, to try and move it up a little bit.
Yeah. He wanted another roll and a half of pace there to leave this ideal, but ironically it's probably thin enough now that you can just go into it direct. No. Oh, maybe. Maybe.
You're off the yellow
Yeah.
option, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Good spot.
Lovely shot. Lovely control with the white ball as well. Your first breaker serve, Nick.
Yeah. He looks very good, doesn't he? He really is. He's had a couple of tough games as well. He had a Hill game against Greg Batten earlier today. Timed really well. He goes straight back up the middle of the table. And the reward is fairly... I think that's okay. That has just gone far enough that it now goes to top left. Not a bad opportunity here.
No. Just trying to work out what to do with this one. I'm thinking maybe he'll top through with this red and play one of those two reds into the right middle.
Yeah, it just depends on the angle. He
Yeah.
may just be able to stun back out as well through the gap and take the outer red. I think you're right. Looks like he's gonna top it. And just got there.
Just got there and a great chance.
Yeah, a little bit closer to his work than ideal, but he can just dab this in and hold.
Be a good idea maybe to get that one by the black out the way. Next shot.
I was wondering that because he does have an angle to stun down to the side cushion and then take that next. It's not a ball you want to leave as your last ball, is it? To get on the
100%,
8, so maybe a great time to get across to it. So that's what he's doing. Is he just there?
I think he's just there, isn't he?
Needs to time it. I don't think
be
it is
tight.
to say.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Or is it? Maybe he was just having a look at where he wants to be. It looks like the 8 ball's just in the way of the potting is. He really does want to move that.
Yeah, he does. He's not sure, is he?
Looking again.
I don't think he's on it.
No. Now he has. Just come far enough.
Rob's just won that match 7-3.
Very good win.
Tom.
Yeah, very good win. Unexpected miss. Maybe it was tighter than we thought, and
the black obviously distracting him.
yeah,
Can put you off, can't it?
yeah, definitely, yeah. And he had to, yeah, the way he was playing it, he had to play it with power. He knew he was screwing back into the 8 ball, and he had to try and get that yellow back out into the open. And that's a chance that Phil would have been hoping for, but maybe wasn't expecting. Stevie Dempsey now 3-2 up against Phil.
Do you feel, Nick, that this is a chance Phil really needs to take
For
this
sure.
early in the match?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, critical. The way Christophe's playing, Phil needs to take every chance, and you know, if he doesn't take this and he's 4-1 behind, then it's going to be a mountain to climb. Don't think there's any problems there now. I think he's pretty much done the hard work.
Just got to make sure he gets on this one in
Yeah.
the centre next.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah. There was a number of different ways to go about this. I think ideal for me would have been to take right centre and then top left, to leave the one over the left centre for last, but there's a multitude of ways that you can go about this.
So 3-2 to Phil and back on serve, I believe.
Yes, yeah. Very nice. Somewhere around there. Fantastic from him.
All 8 players though, great players, great
Yeah.
lineup.
Yeah.
I mean, that field for the Challenger Tier 1 is proper stacked, isn't it?
It really is. Yeah. Those quarter-finals, they start at 4:45 today. They're all 4 of them at 4:45. And then the semi-final and final are played out this evening.
Are the semis in the arena again?
I think they probably are. Yeah, I would imagine that they will be on tables 2 and 3, while
Yeah.
the main event semis played out on the main table. There's no tables allocated to them yet, but I would imagine that's probably the case. It normally is.
Talking of Jaden, Nick, I was watching a lot of challenge games today and yesterday. There's a lot of good young players coming through, isn't there?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, Charlie Unshaw, I think, had some other good results in this event, and already made a couple of semi-finals to memory. and there's a young lady playing in the ladies' challenger. I say young lady, I mean she's 10 years old.
Yeah, I've seen it. Her potting is exceptional.
She beat Twinkle.
She did, yeah.
Yeah, beat Lisa Dart, who's one of the Northern Ireland internationals yesterday. I think she beat her 5-2.
5-2 was it?
I mean, it's
Unbelievable, isn't it?
she's
Amazing.
10 years old. I mean, I can't get my head around it. I mean, I've got an 11-year-old son, and I've been trying to teach him, but you know,
It's great though, isn't it?
it's
great.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing. And I've heard good things about Charlie Henshaw's brother as well.
Yeah.
Who's a lot younger. Who's still sort of 11 or 12, I believe.
I watched Cohen Bradford yesterday. He was,
Yeah.
I think he's 15. He was brilliant as
There's
well.
another one, yeah.
Ball shot by
Yeah.
Phil. He over hit that one.
Yeah.
Did it go top right? I presume that's what he was playing for.
Well, I guess
Maybe.
I guess it has to, but I mean, it doesn't look like it does from here.
Maybe he was playing on left middle, which
I mean, he's close to his work. If it does go, then he's still okay because the cue ball he can just play off the side cushion and back out. I mean, he doesn't need to do too much with the cue ball. Well, it's thinner than I imagined actually. The cue ball it obviously didn't go. So
no,
what positional shot was he playing?
I'm not
then?
sure. I'm assuming he was playing left middle.
Yeah,
he was quite
but
far.
then he got it horribly wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Either
Not
way,
sure.
he's left Christophe a very open table.
Yeah. Yeah, just going back to that, then, Matt. I mean, I think it's amazing to see these youngsters being encouraged to step up to the top level.
Yeah, and I think it's the influence of what Ultimate Pool are doing.
Yeah,
It's just unbelievable.
it's brilliant. I mean, it's something we've never really seen before.
No,
in
not at
pool,
all.
To get these youngsters in amongst the field, and it's positively encouraged now, and a lot of the players are coming through from the kind of TikTok game as
I
well.
was about to say that, yeah. They're all on
there's-
TikTok.
Yeah, there's so many youngsters. So for those of you who've not been here before, at the Grand Hotel in Blackpool, we have a table in the foyer, which is streamed constantly over the weekend on TikTok, and there's a lot of players, youngsters, TikTok influencers. They have their own competition over there with, I think there's like £1,000 up for grabs for the winner, and there's a few rising stars coming through that. That gets some serious viewing over the weekend.
Amazing.
Something like 1.5 million.
Wow.
1.5 million views or
Is that what
something.
it is?
Yeah, it's
Wow,
ridiculous.
it's brilliant, isn't it?
It's absolutely ridiculous. And then there's, like I say, there's pool all weekend in the foyer, and there's always a crowd of people watching that. And if you ever want to tune into that, you can follow. I must admit, I'm not a TikToker. I don't really understand. But if you search Ultimate Pool through TikTok, you're going to find them, and they're certainly going to be live there quite often. Scott Ryan, who's the commercial director for Ultimate Pool, is over there commentating on those games. In the meantime, Christophe Lambert is in charge of the game at the moment, but another tricky little finish.
I think he's on a ball to the right middle,
Yeah.
and he should end up on the one he's playing into next.
Yeah, he judged the cannon well. It's okay.
I think all the reds go, actually.
Do you think the one above the 8?
I think it goes bottom left.
Yeah, do you think we can get the plotting out? Maybe, I don't know if we can get a over here. Yeah. It's tight.
Oh, I'm not sure that yellow's just in the way, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tight. Does he have an angle on the one closest to the rail now to come back over and kind of punch into the... If you punch into the black, it could open up everything and you leave yourself on the other... If he doesn't like it, he's going to play the plant. Really just depends on whether he's decided that ball goes or not. If it does, then it needs no work. But,
I think he's got an angle to screw into it now if he wanted to.
yeah.
He might go in the middle off the other yellow if he can get past the one yellow it's next to.
It looks quite an inviting pack to go into, because if you hit the the black full ball, then he elected to go for the red. I actually, if you look at the way that was laid out, if he hits the black full ball, he's going to push the yellows back and make space for the red. and the 8 ball kind of sits there. I think going into the red can only go one way, and that's up table.
Towards the yellow.
Yeah.
It lands on a double though, which looks like a big pocket, which he didn't need.
No, he didn't.
He's actually played that really well. And I think the black goes right, left middle, so just got to swing this round for the red, and good chance.
Side rail, bottom rail, and out. Lovely. And this is this from Phil's break?
No, this is Christophe.
It's Christophe.
Yeah.
So Phil's still just that one break to serve down.
Christophe's only 2 away from taking the match, so time's running out. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. I watched Josh Kane earlier against Shane Thompson. He looked really good as well. There's another one.
Yeah. Chris Manning's just gone 2-0 up against Declan Brannan. Stevie Dempsey now 5-3 up against Dylan, having trailed. So games still to come. Next up on this table is going to be Neil Rayburn against Dom Cooney. Next up on table 3 is going to be Josh Kane against Cormac Kerr. That's a good little matchup as well. Christophe trying to develop the 2 yellows at the bottom of the table. Doesn't do it, and now he's got problems. This again came from a dry break from Phil. His break's just not working for him at the moment. He's another one in your camp, Matt.
It's a problem I need to solve. It's costing me matches, which is disappointing.
Frustrating.
Yeah.
It's the conundrum, isn't it? The break. It's the thing that nobody's ever really been able to solve. It's the one shot that's still...
Such a big shot though, isn't it?
It is. It's the biggest shot of the game, and you know, it's still just very much a lottery, isn't it? A lot of the time. I mean, there's a lot of skill in the shot, but you're still just relying on the balls to go to pockets.
Yeah, that's it.
You can drill it, you can absolutely nail it, and still not make anything.
I've had a mixed bag. I've had dry breaks, really unfortunate kick-in offs. Everything that could go wrong went wrong.
Yeah.
And I backed it up with some quite poor play as well, so it was all disappointing.
So Phil played a loss of turn shot, but I was just about to say, gave Christophe the angle to come down and try and break out that yellow for the second time. He's not done it again, so still has a lot of problems here, and he's running out of options in terms of safe space on this table.
The only shot I can see is a very difficult plant into the left corner.
In the jaws of the pocket, and he's just tried to play a safety and he's not got there. He's left Phil an opener, and actually all he's done there is open up everything for Phil. All the reds now go, whereas a couple of seconds ago Phil had a couple of balls that were tied. Well, that reaction from Phil suggests that red doesn't pass the yellow. It was almost a look of like disgust.
It was, wasn't it? I was
the red
thinking
doesn't
the same.
go. It's like, well, I'd just be happy that I'm at the table, to be honest.
He's played on it, so...
Well, from the overhead, it didn't look like it, did it?
You know by now never to rely on Phil's reaction.
That's true, yeah. After all these years, I'm still falling for it.
Yeah. Flew in it.
Absolutely flew in. He's had me again.
The black's the problem, isn't it? Doesn't go in either corner.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. So the red that's just to the right of the cue ball now would probably be your ideal ball to leave until last. That offers you a couple of options, depending on what angle you get to maybe come below the 8. Still got that tough ball on the left side cushion as well. Pretty sure he's going to try and land that ball. He's definitely not going to try and move it. I mean, he could. He's got an angle on the one to top right now where he could come down and try and move it, and he'd be on the one on the bulk line. I just don't think he will.
Maybe he'll land on a double. He's one of the best doublers here,
Yeah.
isn't he? So maybe he'll play that.
Yeah. Yeah, also an option.
I think he's going to try and drop in it after this one.
I think he has to drop on it.
Yeah.
You back yourself to get this if you Phil Harrison, don't you? Especially from here. But he's limited for options now in terms of, I think he's going to have to come. He's going to have to come backwards, isn't he, for the red in the middle. And he needs to get the right angle. Still a very key shot, this. It's not just about potting the ball, he has to get a good cue ball. Because if he comes too far, he's going to have no shot at all to get on the 8, or no decent shot. He needs to land just slightly high. No. And it was because he had to get that cue ball right that's costing the pot. Because if he can just focus 100% on the pot,
Yeah, he'll be potting that all.
Phil doesn't miss that, does he? And it was one of those shots as well that you don't really want to be stunning them in. You just want to stroke them.
Exactly.
And the way he's played it, it's just made it. It makes the pocket smaller.
Christophe's knocked a nice plant into the bottom right.
Yeah.
Should be quite a simple finish from here.
That was a big frame for Phil Harrison, because this gets Christophe Lambert onto the hill. And it's going to be his break in the next frame. So this is all in the hands of the Frenchman now. Dempsey's turned things round over on the other table now on the hill, 6-3 up against Dylan. Another one that just didn't explode.
No, there's the dry break you just said about.
Exactly what Phil Harrison would have wanted.
I like that phrase, dry breaks and mistakes. Sounds like a good nickname. I might call myself that from now on.
That would sum up from your description of the way you played this weekend. It would sum you up.
That is it. That sums up both my games. Brilliant.
The Chris Manning scoreline has jumped from 2-0 to 4-0, so he either played 2 extremely quick frames or the scoreboard's just caught up. So yeah, he's 4-0 up against Declan.
Did you watch his game against Callum earlier today? Callum Singleton. He played
No, I didn't. No, I
played
didn't get a chance.
some amazing exhibition shots.
He really was struggling for form in the first event, but he seems to have got over the China blues. It seemed to have affected a few players. And he's back flying. A little bit of work to do here for Phil. It's just about the cue ball now.
He looks unhappy with it, doesn't
Well,
he?
he always does. And that's just because he's plumb.
Brilliant.
He couldn't have been any better, could he? Let's be honest. It's something he doesn't like. When I say there's a bit of work, it's really the 8-ball.
I was just thinking, it doesn't get in any pocket, does it?
Well, I think he's going to clear it in a second, because when he pots the red next to the yellow, he's going to push the yellow aside. In fact, he's come down. Maybe he couldn't. I don't know why he's done that. I can only assume that he can't get to the potting angle of the red. He's going to have another go. He's got it this time. Yeah, it looked for the world that that ball went, but obviously it didn't. Just enough angle here to punch out. I don't think the 8 ball goes to left centre, so he still needs to navigate from where the...
He won't like that. That's going to be dead straight, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't go, I'm sure it doesn't go to left centre, especially given the way he looks. He had to finish high there.
Yeah, he might have no other option than a double into the right middle now.
Yeah. Yeah, another half a roll and you can punch it off the bottom cushion, but you're right, he's got no options here apart from... Or he could
do that.
He could do that, yeah. What a shot. Hamper queuing as well.
Amazing that was.
How do you do that with hamper queuing? That was phenomenal. To get that zip, to get that top spin when you're jacking up, that's fantastic.
Red in the corner. White not moving. Lovely. Need to take these, Nick.
Yep, absolutely. And well, when you break off, and it's exactly what you want to see. Lovely layout. Could probably make a case for yellows or reds. Phil favouring reds. And you can see why, because it's pretty much a dot-to-dot finish.
Yeah, the pattern's there, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, had to use a side cushion there just to flatten out the angle. Little tap on the table from the referee there, if anyone's wondering what that's all about. It's the referee's way of signalling to Phil that it's down to 15-second shot clock. We're in the 10-minute territory, and Phil is Phil's fairly deaf. He wears hearing aids and may not hear the ping, so the referee just giving him that signal. There's time to do this for Phil. I said he needed chances. There's 2 back.
He's taken both the chances he's had so far.
Yeah, yeah, and that was a quick frame as well.
It's been around forever, hasn't he? When I joined one of the tours round about year 2000, he was top of that tour then.
Oh, wow. It looked just for a minute that it was going to be dry, but that red tracked towards the top left pocket. You could still see a grimace from Phil Harrison in the background. He knows that may well be curtains. Oh, that ball. Yeah, it rattled and dropped. And you could see Phil just twitching his chair. Again, a little bit of work to be done. The red is just above the yellow on the right hand side. Wow, a bit more work to do now.
Yeah, it's a messy table now.
Ooh. I mean, he's got a thin cut back and he's going to be ploughing into everything, so he needs some luck here with 15 seconds left. In fact, he's not going to...
No, he's just going to...
Well, he's tried to play a plan. But what a mess here for Phil.
Yeah, this is not what he wants.
He's okay though. I mean, 8 minutes left on the clock. He's got time to navigate this frame. You know, he doesn't need to panic quite yet. He's left the plant here. Whether Christophe would go for it or not, though, I don't think so. He's absolutely no need. He wants to keep this messy now. It's totally in his favour to just knock the seconds off the clock. He's got that 2-frame lead. He will quite happily see a 5-minute frame. I'm not sure about that.
For a minute, I thought he'd opened all the yellows up, but those two are just tying each other up at the bottom. It's only those two, isn't it?
Phil getting caught out again by that timer. Happens so often. He's one of those players, he loves to go and have a look at the table. He loves to take his time and go and assess the situation. And he gets caught out by that clock very often. Great effort. Just tried to cannon that. If he gets that yellow on top of the red full ball, then he cannons it in. Just
I feel like he's potting himself into trouble now.
yeah,
To be honest.
yeah. He's going to have to come up with something miraculous here. I think this is going to be a hit and hoper. No.
Well, not the worst outcome. It's given Christophe a bit of a problem.
Yeah, again, it's one of those. I mean, there's a 4-ball plant there that Christophe could hit with pace and try and open up everything, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Try and get it all going his way. That cue ball, my goodness me, so close to going it off. But, look at the red at the bottom of the table. He was trusted a lot with that shot.
Oh,
wasn't he?
very much so, yeah.
Yeah, so again, just trying to get a ball in, tie things up.
Right, what does Phil do here? Lost a turn. Yellow off.
Yeah, I think it will be. Nope, doesn't get that right. And he's left Christophe a shot now to force into this pack and try and get everything out in the open. Again, I'm not sure he would do it. I'm not sure he wants to do it. Is it in his favour to do it?
He's not doing it.
No. Just doesn't need to, does he? I think Phil can plant the yellow onto the red, promote the yellow that's just below the 8. Yeah, I'm just thinking he could have possibly just hit that a little bit harder. The red was never going to come out, but he could have got one of his yellows away.
Yeah.
Just hit that with a bit more pace. Christophe will love these seconds burning off the clock.
Phil won't.
Has Phil seen it? I think there's a plant along the bottom cushion. I don't know, it's hard to see from here, but yellow onto red onto yellow. I think it's a big pocket off the red.
Hadn't spotted that. Yeah, you're right. Looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't think Phil spotted it either. I think it was there, and with that shot he would have opened up everything.
Yeah.
It's a big pocket. He'd definitely go into that red and
He's on
knock
it
it
now?
away.
No, he's not.
Four minutes left now, so the clock is now becoming against Phil. He still needs 2 frames, so he needs to win this and get another. So he's going to have to do something quickly. I think that may have been a missed opportunity with that plant. I mean, he didn't come down and look at it at all.
He's got to be careful now because the reds all go.
If that's not touching ball, can he play across it? No. So now everything...
That's a nice shot, isn't it?
Yeah, everything is the yellows are coming out, not out, but needs to be careful here. I mean, surely you can get through. Well, he could get through to that red.
Hit the cushion? No.
If that's ball in hand, this is a great opportunity for Phil. I think they...
I'm not sure if anything touched the bottom cushion. Maybe it did.
Yeah, must have done. Well, that clock now coming down to 3 minutes, and it is not looking good. If you're a Phil Harrison fan. Wow.
Yeah, wow.
I'm not sure I'd have been doing that personally. I don't think he needs to. I think he could have just kept on doing what he was doing.
Yeah, I think I was just worried that Phil was going to get a chance and take the frame and have a chance at break dish in the last one. It's just the black ball, isn't it, now?
Yeah.
Christophe.
Yep.
And if Phil does get a chance, he'll have enough time, I think, because it's his break in the next frame, isn't it?
Yeah, there is still time. I mean, Christophe needs to burn up every second, but if he doesn't get this 8-ball, then Phil's going to have, you know, if he can get a 20-second clearance in, he's going to have a good minute in the last frame to have a go at it. It's going to be a double.
He's poised it.
Yeah, burn up every second. Absolutely doing the right thing. Right, Phil.
Treble.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot
Wow.
to finish it off. I was just about to say, right, Phil.
Right, off we go, yeah.
Now's your time, get running. But
Look at that again, that's brilliant.
look at this. What a shot to spot, to see that.
That's excellent, isn't it?
That is fantastic. What a way to finish that match. That really was an excellent performance from Christophe Lambert and totally deserved the win.